Good morning and welcome back to Jenny from the Chopping Block. Happy Saturday. And today I'm here to introduce you to Hassan, who I've actually met through the Build Your Brand Challenge with Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. And Hassan, I just want to ask you what brought you into that? Like, how'd you hear about it? What inspired you to join?
Thank you very much, Jennifer. Thank you very much for inviting me today to your show. Um, it means a lot to me. So I have been following Dean and Tony for a while, and one day I open my email and I see an email from Dean with a Build Your Brand challenge, which is going there for 5 days, and something coming out from Dean or Tony. Um, from my experience and what I know about Dean and Tony, I do not want to miss anything from them.
Mm-hmm.
And on top, on top, this was free, and this was cherry on top. So I did not waste it any time. The first thing that I did was let me go ahead, save my spot so that I do not miss this once in a lifetime. And when I say this is no exaggeration. That was once in a lifetime opportunity.
Beautiful.
So, and I thank Dean and Tony and Russell for doing that for all of us. Um, when Dean, during this session, I know that Dean went ahead and said this training alone can be worth $5,000. I believe it's true to every word, and it's worth way more than that. The the learning, the mindset training, and everything that we got from there, it's compared to nothing. Like it has no value in terms of money. It's
Mm-hmm.
so important for everyone who wants to go into the online world that they should have taken it, and those who have taken this, um, they're going to go ahead and see the outcome in terms of results that they're going to get.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's amazing. And I'm so happy that we met through it.
I'm happy, and I feel that I was lucky to meet you from Build Your Brand Challenge, and it's been amazing since.
Right? Oh my gosh, amazing. So
Great.
I want to talk before I introduce your product and service, I want to talk a little bit about the history of what brought you there. So I want to
Right.
ask you first. I know that you're originally from Pakistan. You studied in Saudi
Right.
Arabia, Pakistan, and that brought you to the University of East London, where you wanted to pursue hotel management. I want to touch a little bit on that because that's like a huge passion of mine is hospitality,
Sure.
and maybe just like what attracted you to that initially.
Right. Um, Thank you very much for the little introduction. Um, so I got the opportunity to grow in or between multicultural environment. So Saudi Arabia is completely different from Pakistan, and UK is completely different from Saudi Arabia and Pakistan. Um, I was pursuing my graduation in Pakistan, but uh, I wanted to do something more, and I was studying commerce, so there was no true feeling coming out from it from what I was studying, and I knew that this is not what I wanted to do. So, in my last year, uh, midway, I told my parents that this is not what I want to study. Um, I do not feel like this is the right, direction for me, even though this would help me have a title that I'm a graduate. I just don't want to hold that just to get a job and just do a job rest of my life. I want to do something that I have my interest in. So then I started looking for what I wanted to do, and two places interest me the most: airports and hotels.
Mhm.
So I wanted to uh, pursue hotel management because it attracted me. And why I wanted to do hotel management was uh, the kind of environment you get at your workplace, the the opportunity to network with a number of different people every day, it's amazing.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to do that, and I wanted to do it from um, a reputable organization and institute. So I started searching, and I was in my search. I had Switzerland. That's the number one spot for hotel management, and I had US and UK. So my parents allowed me to go to UK. Switzerland was expensive enough, and we were not able to afford it. US was far enough, so they were not allowing me to travel that far. And we have some community and few family members in UK, not immediate, but distant family members. So they were like, okay, we would allow you to go to UK and study there, uh, and pursue your future career. So I thank them for allowing me and doing this for me. I when I came to UK, I went to complete my orientation for the international students. I came to know that if I pursue my hotel management, I would have to study during the day, and I would have to practice what I study um, in the evenings. So that was something that was going to be a bit tough for me because coming from a middle class family, and I thank my parents again for you know allowing me to go ahead and do that and affording the initial expenses. I never wanted to be a burden on them. So I wanted to do something that would help me finance my own studies and my own expenses. So I ventured into business management. So I was of a point of view that if I do business management, I can still venture into hotel management, which is not the same as hotel management, but it would still let me um, be towards their business side, if not towards their customer side. And I can still learn, which is missing from my business management, and would still be able to pursue my career in hotels. And why I wanted to pursue hotel management and where I got this idea from the two, is because at that time there was this huge uh, man-made island was being built in Dubai, and that
I
was
love
my
Dubai.
yeah that was
Can we just side note what time is it in Dubai right now?
right now. It's going to be
Okay.
6 p.m.
So we're right on time
So
from our initial.
yeah, so I just spotted a big opportunity. Like there's going to be a lot of hotels in Dubai, and if I do this and go to Dubai with this education and experience, I would be able to venture into and secure a spot there, and I would not have to struggle to find a job. So, but that couldn't work, which is okay. So then I started pursuing my business studies. So I was working during the day, and I thank my employer who accommodated me to set my hours in the later evenings, towards late evenings, so that I can pursue my studies. What happened was they came to know that I'm looking for a job over the weekend. Um, and my head of department called me to her office, and I thought I got in trouble. And she said, Hassan, you were off on Friday. I said, yes. She said, why? And because I knew that she knew I was not working, and I had a gut feeling that because I told my supervisor that why I'm taking off, um, I've been honest throughout. So my policy is you tell the truth no matter what.
Mhm.
So I told her that I had to go ahead and give my interview in McDonald's so that I can secure a job in McDonald's for my weekdays. It would help me with my expenses. She said, no, don't worry about that. We would reschedule your hours, and we're increasing your hourly rate as well.
Oh, beautiful.
So Jody, if you're listening this, thank you very much for doing that for me.
Mhm.
Your help helped me be where I am today.
Beautiful.
Right.
So I want to dive into what brought you into the tech world and how that's, there's so much to talk about, but I guess I just want to ask you what interests you in tech and how that evolved into all that you've created now.
Sure. So in 2012, I decided to come back to Pakistan from UK. I've been I went to UK in 2006, and after my studies, I've been working there. So at that point, I decided, and the reason to come back to Pakistan was too, I wanted to be with my parents in their old age,
Oh,
and I wanted to do something for the community. So when I came back, I secured a job with a healthcare IT company, um, who's operating from Pakistan, but their operations are within US. So this company is a Nasdaq public company, operating in the US. And throughout the tenure, I had the opportunity to um, work with them as a compliance analyst. So I had interest in gadgets from the start because when I grew up, I saw computers at home, and then when I was studying in school, I studied computer as well. So I knew that the future includes IT. Anything that you do in the future, it would have IT in it. So no matter what, you need to break into this sooner or later. So why not sooner and secure your position within the field? So I started learning how the company is operating, what the online world is. I was present on LinkedIn as well. From LinkedIn, um, an owner of a car company, he saw me on LinkedIn and approached me.
is this
And
John?
no, not John. Um, uh, I don't remember the name of the person. He reached out over to me and offered me to work for him, build his contact center in Pakistan. And the contact centers in Pakistan, in India, in Philippines, how they work is they slash your operating cost by 50 to 70%. So I was okay with it, and it would actually help me with my intention to help the community, create jobs, and all that. So I wanted to do that. So this couldn't work out well. This couldn't work out well. And then there was another setup that I set up for a mortgage company for the US, which couldn't work out well. Uh, and after some time, I was left in a place where I had to pay dues for my people from my pocket and look for another job because I had to continue.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was given this advice that instead of working for someone else, being dependent on someone else, do something where you own the finances and you own the operations.
And the
So that
delivery.
made sense. Yeah, that made sense that, okay, if I'm like controlling the operations and the delivery and the finances, I'd be in a position to secure my future and not find myself in the similar position again. And then I learned about affiliate marketing.
Hmm.
I did not venture into affiliate marketing, but I continued to learn what else is out there. And I continued to learn every opportunity that I got. So for the last since 2016, I would say that I've been learning this online space, how it works, what is out there, who are the top influencers, what are they teaching, and learn from everyone who's putting their content out there, but to learn by heart from people who are the influencers, who are the top 1%. So learn from everybody, but learn by heart from people who are at the top of their game. So only that can actually help you reach where you want to reach. So
Beautiful.
that's where I learned about Kevin, and he introduced me to John, and we partner up to have this amazing partnership of softwares where we can help other entrepreneurs follow their dreams.
Woohoo! This is beautiful. And I just want to thank you for sharing, your story and all the hardships that you went through and what you learned from it. And I just commend you on your work ethic because I know even to this day, and I wanted to ask you, do you think some of because, I studied and worked my way through college, and I know that you're a hard worker and you've done the same, and you still, you know, sometimes you work overnight.
Right.
Did that help develop that work ethic? Just to what do you think inspired that? Like just to stay hungry and focus on, what you want to create.
Right. That is a very important question. Um, what I think is, and this is something that I picked up from my employers when I was working for them during my studies in UK. It is very important that you have the right mentor to train you for your future years. So I never compromised on performance, on delivery, and even if it takes more hours to, know, get a result than expected, you go ahead and you do that. It might not bring you the reward right away, but it would acknowledge you in the longer run. And people who see you, you know, working sincerely and being loyal to your ambition, to your career, and to your work, they would go ahead and spread the word around.
Mm-hmm.
So it helped me a lot because I've been a career focused person, and um, I would say that I just had one dream to be able to reach my goal. My dream is to reach my goal. That is it. So it helped me and it fueled me to keep moving, even if I faced a lot of hardships. So um, throughout my university journey in UK, um, there have been a lot of jobs that I did. Um, it just kept me going. It was a stepping stone and a step near towards my goal. So anything that helped me be closer to my goal, I just jumped up, grabbed the opportunity, and delivered it without thinking what people might think or it might waste my time or I should not be doing this. No, I would still go ahead and do anything that would help me be near to my cause, near to my goal. So that is the plan. And maybe I believe that I do not have a work discipline, but just because I wanted to reach my goal, it just kept me fueled. And uh, I would say I'm stubborn in this matter. So maybe my stubbornness kept me going to achieve or be where I am today and to go even far.
Beautiful. And I wanted to talk about the fact that you moved around and why. I don't know if I'm frozen right now, but can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
So
So I know
why? Mhm. Sorry, go ahead.
I just wanted to add I remember you telling me certain companies aren't available in Pakistan. And I'm really surprised at that.
Right. It's just that they have their own decisions to make. I'm not sure what's happening here, but that is right. Certain companies are not available in Pakistan, but people still can use their services if they have, um, you know, their addresses or resources from companies where these companies are available. So, can
Okay.
you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know why
Okay.
I'm freezing up.
It's all right. It's all right. So yes, I moved a lot around because my dad was working in Saudi Arabia for Saudi Arabian Airlines. So the whole family was living there. I went to Saudi Arabia. My mom took me to Saudi Arabia when I was like not even 3 weeks old.
Wow.
Right. So my family lived there for like 20 years. I maybe lived there for like 15 years. And then we came back. Um, so from Saudi Arabia to Pakistan, this is the transition that we made. And majorly why we moved back is because my father's job ended and they wanted to move back to Pakistan. And then I moved to UK because I wanted to go ahead and um, further pursue my higher education. And then I came back to Pakistan is because um, the two reasons, my parents and I wanted to do for the community. And then uh, that is it. The debate was just to make sure that you have access to resources which are not available in in Pakistan, right? So that was the only reason. Um, the main idea is to operate from Pakistan. I might go ahead and visit UK and I come visit US once I have established this process further, mainly because I wanted to visit the partners for further development and to meet further business associates and to meet you.
Yay! Come to New York.
Right.
So, without further ado, do you want to talk about this beautiful, how you developed this software, Genius Messenger CRM, and tell us a little bit more about that? Maybe we could share what it is so people could see also.
Definitely. We can go ahead and I'll go ahead and talk about why I felt the need that we need the software. Sorry, I cannot hear
My
you.
computer's really shaky.
It's all right. It's perfectly fine. So I would share with you um, a little background about why we felt the need. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't just I'm here.
Okay,
I don't know why.
great. Great. So I'll share the background why we felt the need. We need to have this to make prospecting on Facebook easy for us. So from my online journey, it was we were doing a lot of marketing on Facebook. As I shared with you earlier, in our other conversation, there are 2.7 billion active users on Facebook
Yeah, I forgot about
across the
this talk.
globe,
My God.
right?
Jeez
So
Louise.
it is an amazing place to come and look for your potential customers, to interact with them, build relationship with them, and then grow your business. Do not uh, be pushy with sales. Learn about their pain points, solve their problems, and that's how you grow your business. So we were doing a lot about we are very active on Facebook. So whenever we used to, or me specifically, used to run ads, uh, your inbox would be bombarded with messages. Even today, like if I do not run ads, but I go ahead and be active in a group, there would be a lot of people reaching out over to you just because you posted content and that content actually addressed them right to their pain. So you would not be able to keep track of every interaction, every person that you're interacting with. And throughout these interactions, there would be a lot of important information. It might be little pieces of information, but it would be very critical towards uh, your prospecting, how you can help them solve their problem and how you can take them on board with the help of these small details. These small details would be small, but they are critical for conversion. So we wanted to have something where we can go ahead and track progress, know which category this customer is, and how to deal with them. Like if we want to follow up with them, not to worry about missing a notification or if we do not look at our to-do list, we would forget about our online session with someone important who is really willing to, be on board with us. So, uh, the partners, they actually decided that we need something to organize Facebook. And from there, Genius Messenger CRM came to birth. And it actually helps a lot in prospecting, in interacting with people, in keeping track of important information that they're sharing with you. And this actually helps you a lot not miss a customer. And you can do way more than this just because you are setting up certain strategies from this. So how I interact with them, I'll go ahead and show you. And I go
Woohoo!
ahead and track progress of every customer and roughly how much time they spend in each category before they come on board with us. So it actually helps me monitor how healthy my funnels are and where I need to focus more, what needs to be changed.
Beautiful.
So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you to show everyone how it is, how it works and how it looks. So I'm going to go ahead and head over to my messenger. So this is the inbox, the messenger of my inbox. Um, and right now, the this is the extension here, but the labels are not applied. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about why we felt the need. So this is how it looks right now. And from the looks of it, I'm not sure what I'm talking about with who and where they are at what stage. So we went ahead and designed this CRM software. Now, when I turn the labels on, now I can
Oh,
go
I'm
ahead and see
excited.
how these people are. Right. It's really amazing. I can go ahead and track progress, see how, people, which category they are in, what they're doing, and everything. I'm going to go ahead and take people from the scratch. This is the home screen. When you log into the Genius Messenger CRM, this is the screen where you come into, and it would not have any of these labels. So you go ahead and create your labels from zero, and it's pretty simple. You go ahead here, you create a label here. I'm going to go ahead and create a label here, which is going to be test, and we're going to create it, and it's as simple. Now, once you create it, you click on this brush here and you give it a color. Let's give this one. What's your favorite color, Jenny?
I like my favorite color is like coral pink or seafoam green. So
Okay.
pink or green.
Let me see if I can find pink. Would that do?
I don't know why I can't see it
You cannot see my screen?
right now. My computer's so janky. Let me look at my phone. Hold on.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
No problem. So we just went ahead and colored the label. Now we can name the label whatever we want. We can rename it from here as well. So we will just go ahead and save it once we retest the label. So once we rename it, we will go ahead and save it, and this is how it is. Now, once we create a label, it is going to go ahead and appear in the drop down. And we can go ahead and select that label and append it to this contact. Now, the important thing is it just does not only help you create labels, and that is it. It helps you create notes. So if there is something important that this contact shared with you, you can go ahead and create a note and save it. So once you jump in and in the conversation with that contact, you can go ahead and you can see the important critical information that would actually help you convert or address their pain points. Also, you'd be able to send them canned messages, which is one of the um, you know top reasons why we created Genius Messenger to have ease of communication with the customers. So you can create different labels, and within those labels, you can create canned messages. I, for one, have created 3-4 canned messages in each label. So I do not want to send one same message to everyone. So I just want to have um, a different flavor for every opening, or first message, and then for issues, for happy reviews, for support, for Genius Messenger, and so on. So you can go into the extension and create labels, or go into messages and create labels for messages. Here, test label. And then within those labels and messages, you would be able to go ahead and create canned message response. You can go ahead and use text and emojis, or include images here as well. Now, while creating a note with this, let me go ahead and go to notes. So when I go into friends, I'll be able to go ahead and global label friends. Okay, I'll be able to access friends from here. So whenever I go into my contacts, I'll be able to create notes, and or click on them to open their conversation, or create notifications, which is very important. The one thing that I wanted to mention here is creating notes. What I create, the very first note, is about when I entered this content or contact into my label. So for example, if this is a customer, let me go back into cold leads and I'll show you. I'm going to go ahead and add a note here that I added this contact in this uh, label as cold leads on today, which is September 26, 2020, cold lead. Now, with this piece of information, I'll be able to track from cold lead to customer, how long did it took for me to convert, and it would give me an idea of the health of my funnel. So it actually helps you convert your Facebook Messenger into a funnel, so that you can go ahead, pass your contacts through them, filter them out, and engage with your, you know, customers,
Beautiful.
right? So that is not it. Let me go ahead and practice the, um I'm still fairly new with this, so I'm going to go ahead and create this notification and show how this notification would appear here. So we're going to go ahead and create this notification for like not like the next minute, for, okay, let's do that. Today, subject could be text notification, and save. Okay, we need this. Test notification, and email would be my email, and set. Okay. So we have set the notification for like next 5 minutes. Now, within the next 5 minutes, this is going to go ahead and notify us here on the browser for now itself, on here. Or if you're doing something else, it's going to show us a notification here at the bottom right corner. And it's going to show us a notification that with the message we have entered. And we can then go into our messenger and go to that contact to speak with them. We are in the works. So our development is every 2 weeks, where we would be um, introducing new features. So the next features that are, coming up would be calendar integrations. We are including Google Calendar and iCalendar, iCal. So these two integrations will be coming up next. So from within this extension itself, you'll be able to go ahead and create Google calendar integrations if that you're using, and you would not have to worry about missing this integration here or notification here. You would just go ahead and be notified on your phone if you're using the same Google account and on your Google calendars as well.
Beautiful.
So the other important feature is if you are within this Chrome extension and you wanted to speak with a specific person, you would just click here on their send message button, and it would take you to that contact page for that contact, and you can just go ahead and start engaging.
Hmm.
So we remember that we created a note with the information that when I entered this contact in this lead, cold lead section, so we have it here. So right now, this is giving me an idea when I entered this into my cold lead. And if it's still in my cold lead on October 26th, then there's something wrong with my funnel or my engagement with this customer. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about some labels and how I've entered these labels, um, how I've created these, and why I've given them different names, and what are they doing for me. So VIP label is for people who are friends, family, or customers who've bought from us. And these are the customers that we have in this group would not be just any customer buying from us. It would be customers who've been with us for longer time and they've ventured out from the customer base and moved into the kind of a friend zone. So they're more of they're not just a customer, but they're more. So we would go ahead and include them here with friends and family who've bought from our service. Then we would have friends and family because we some of us we would be using our personal profile for this. So we would go ahead and mention friends and family so that we do not uh, remove them or we do not send them over promotion offers because I believe from my experience, some friends and families do not appreciate receiving promotional offers. So you can include them here, and then so that you know that these people are not to be, you know, interacted with for business purposes. This is cold leads. So when we run ads, when we engage organically, and the prospects who react to our content on Facebook, or you go ahead and show interest, we include them here. From here, they would make progress to warm leads, hot leads, and then customers. So do not contact would be customers who do not want to know about it or do not want to learn about it, but they still want to, um, you know, be on our list for XYZ reasons. Maybe they're not interested right now, but maybe in the future. So you do not go ahead and actively work on this red section. You let your team work on it. So we now have a very cool feature here, which is backup. What you can do is you can download your contact information. So here's the notification that we created. It's showing me that we have with this person, we have our notification for this time, so we need to go ahead and reach out over to them. I was talking about the backup. So once you're using this Chrome extension with your personal profile, it will be linked to your personal profile. Now, if you want to create a backup so that if your computer crashes, you can go ahead and have a backup, and in the future, when something like that happens, you're all covered up, and you can go ahead and reinstall it, use recover it from the backup, and you're all good. So these are some of the features for this software. Then we have the backend here where you have labels you can to do more management here, move these around, and you have global templates where you can go ahead and add canned responses, which you can access from within the messenger itself. And you have friends section where you see all your friends, and you would be able to change the category as well. So
This
this
is
this is
amazing.
just a sneak peek of what this software is, what it does, and it actually arranges and um, does great things for your inbox in terms of your prospecting on Facebook, and it helps you a lot. Um, this we understood what we are able to do with our prospecting on Facebook with this CRM once we had it running. So we're able to understand, okay, um, who's at what stage. Like you can see, I can actually tell these people what category they are on, which phase they are on. So I created different categories for warm and hot leads, so I understand they're barely interested, these they're like very interested, and these are like customers. So this is what it is, and it actually is amazing.
I love
Do you
it.
have any questions about the software?
I don't right now. I'm super amazed at what you created, but I have a question that I think everyone would benefit from is how do we sign up? How do we find it?
Great. That is a very important question. So anyone who would like to go ahead and sign it up, I'll go ahead and send you the link.
I'll
So
put the
anyone
caption maybe.
Right,
Okay.
right. So you can go ahead and include the link in the caption, and they can go ahead and click on that link and just sign it up. So right now, on the sign up page, the software is offered itself for a yearly price, which is um, we talked about $1 a day.
Mhm.
Um, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the $5 extra, and we would go ahead and do it $460 for the whole year. On our website itself, the other partners that that we agreed right now, because we're in the early stage, we're selling it for $370. So they're already getting $10 off from there, and anyone signing up from your link would be able to secure another amazing um, Chrome extension for Facebook for organic targeting or organic outreach. So with that, they'll be able to do different amazing things. One, they would be able to identify people looking for their services. So in different groups, they can go ahead, they can use that Chrome extension to identify people with keywords who are looking for services they're offering. And this way, they'd be able to go ahead and interact with people who are already interested in buying their product or service. Other thing, it would help them declutter their Facebook timeline, and from within their own timeline, they can actually see the progress of their competitors. So they can put a filter for ads, and they would be able to see all the ads running on Facebook on their timeline. And if they are following their competitors, they can actually go ahead, check what the competitors are doing, how the people are interacting with them, and what is one thing the competitors are mentioning is missing from the competitor's product, but they can go ahead and include in their product to beat the competition.
Beautiful.
Right.
Wow, I just
So they're going to. It's all right. You're all good.
hold on. I don't know what. Yeah, this is okay. Am I better?
It's fixed. Great. You did
Sorry
great.
about that. I
So
restarted
yes,
the computer.
it's perfectly fine.
Beautiful. All right. So we will
Right.
provide them with that information in the link. I just
Right.
want to thank you for sharing and creating this amazing feature. This is amazing. I honestly, it's very hard for me sometimes to keep up with my messages and I think organization is just beautiful.
Same goes with us. And for any entrepreneur, any small and medium business owner who wants to venture into Facebook, because Facebook is a source of free leads, 2.7 billion people. It's amazing. So this is something that is very important for your business growth, and it would actually help you a lot. And the other Chrome extension that I mentioned to you, we are going to go ahead and give it to your subscribers using your link, and they would be able to get two extensions for the price of one.
You really don't have to do that. It's so sweet. It's
I just
amazing.
wanted to, thank you for you taking your important time off for this live session. So this is the best gift that we can go ahead and give to your community, that they can get two amazing softwares for Facebook growth, which can actually help them 10x their business.
Beautiful. Amazing. And I just wanted to ask you like a few questions maybe that you foresee people having. I know we talked a little bit about if they're not sure how to use it, you'd be willing to come on and do a training.
Right.
Um,
So what we can do is, so once they sign up using the link, they can go ahead and inbox you the email address they have signed up with. You can provide that email box, the email to me, and I can go ahead and include them with the other software as well. And we can send them an email how they can go ahead and get the other extension. Using that list, we can create um, an online session on the group itself, where we can hold a session with everyone, you know, buying into the software and want to learn. We can go ahead and have a online session on the group itself where everybody can come on that online session, and we can go ahead and teach them in live how they can. And if they have any questions, we can help them set it up and start using it and making the most out of the softwares.
Beautiful. All right. So I wanted to now ask you, I ask every one of the people on the show is what your superpower is. If you could choose one, I wanted to incorporate that. I know that you want to help, your 2020 goal is to help 100 people in your community change their lives. So if you could tell me a little bit more about that, and then maybe talk about a superpower that you would have.
Right. So a while back, I was introduced to Russell's, 100-day challenge. So it was right at the end of the year. So um, it was 2018, I believe. And at that time, I was fairly new and I wasn't sure what is going to happen and what I'm going to go ahead and, do. My strategies were not defined, well defined at that time. So I thought once I make it into the online world, I'm going to go ahead and do 100 challenge, but that's not going to be 100-day challenge like Russell is amazingly doing. I'm going to go ahead and do 100, but I'm going to go ahead and run it for 365 days,
Ooh.
where I would be helping 100 people change their lives, like 100 people who need some change in their life, helping them have a better life. At that point, I was not sure what it would be, how I would do it, and anything. But in December 2019, I was like, let's do it this year. Um, I'm in a better position. I'm more clear in my head. I have more knowledge, and I think it's a right time, because if I keep waiting for the right time, that's not going to come. So I have to define my goals, like what I want to achieve, and then I have to define a strategy how I need to achieve that, and that is the only way I'll be able to do it. And I said, okay, I am going to go ahead and do it in 2020, no matter what, and let's do it.
Woo.
So if I'd say my superpower, if I could have one, would be to get people to, take action on their dreams. Because a lot of us, we have strategies, plans in our head, but we're just afraid. The barrier is within our own self. As Tony and Dean says, like we are our own limitation.
Mhm.
Once we define or we decide to take action, we would break out and, make it to the other end. The barrier is just within our own self, not believing in our own self. So, if one superpower that I would have would be to, have that superpower where I'd be able to, help people, realize their own strengths and the power of their dreams and help them achieve them.
Beautiful. And oh my gosh, this leads me into my next question. I want to ask you
Right.
what's your insight on how mindset relates to business and how important it is in business.
So, what I believe is, and this is actually a very important and intelligent question. Thank you very much for asking this. From my experience and from the um, skills or the insight that I gained from my studies, from my mentors, mindset is everything. If you want to be a business owner, if you want to be an entrepreneur, it's all about mindset. If you dream to be, but you're not clear, and it's like you're not clear and you're not actively pursuing it to learn to make your dream into reality or to turn it into a more clear plan, then it would just remain a dream. Or if you want to do it, but you're afraid of challenges, you would not be able to achieve it. Um, what I believe is, you know, everybody talks about determination, but I think it's more like being stubborn. If you're determined, people can talk you out of it.
Mhm.
Like you have to be determined. But what I think is, in my case, it's more like because I've been stubborn, I've been burnt a lot, and I've been stubborn, like, no, I'm going to do this. And even today, after 3 times giving up my job to get into something where I would find myself into a difficult position, even today, if someone provides me with an opportunity and I'm working, I would jump up to that opportunity because if you do not take risks, you do not learn. And failure is not failure full stop. Failure is a stepping stone towards success. So mindset is everything. You
Beautiful.
have to have you have to work on your mindset first if you
Mhm.
want to be a business owner and entrepreneur.
I
There's going
love
to be a lot
it.
there's going to be a lot of pressure, so you have to be capable enough mentally to take that pressure.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And it's given me more fuel, even though that's part of my belief too. It's just I love hearing
Right,
it
right.
again.
And I take it from you as well, like the energy you bring into everything that you're doing, that is what is needed. Like if my family or my friends wake me up after 4 hours of my sleep and take me somewhere to, socialize, I'd be not as energized as if I have, you know, a public speaking like event, or if I have to go meet my partners, or if there is something that is related to my work, I'd be on, you know, like I'm on Red Bull, but I would not be.
That's amazing.
So yes, like right now, I'm not sure if people can tell or not, but I just had 3 hours sleep
I
because uh,
know.
nothing against. This is something that I would love every day doing, day after day for business,
Mm-hmm.
for something that I love.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the kind of energy that is needed. People think that being a business owner would be driving a Lambo and going on vacations. It's more about giving time to your business. It's more about planning. It's more about strategy. It's more about learning the skills that you need to take your business to the next level.
Beautiful. So important.
Right.
Love it. Ah, you're amazing. So I want to talk about, I want to tie this into Jenny from the chopping block, and I want to ask
Right.
you what your favorite food and or recipe is.
Great. Can I share two, not one?
Share three.
Okay, great. So, uh, from the Middle East background that I have great liking for the Middle Eastern food. And I would say what I love the most is shawarma
Mm.
and the doner kebab, the
Mm.
doner itself.
Tell us more about shawarma.
So the shawarma, what I like more about shawarma is meat, fries, and mayo, but in a bread. But
Mm-hmm.
how I like my doner to be is just meat and
Rice.
fries.
Oh,
Fries,
fries.
right? Yeah,
Okay.
fries and meat, and a lot of mayo on top.
Cool. And is it flavored mayo?
It, I like garlic mayo, but
Mm.
it can be just normal mayo as well. I won't mind, but it has to be mayo.
What's your favorite meat?
I like chicken,
Mm.
yeah, but I
Doner.
like for shawarma in Saudi Arabia, what's common is camel,
Interesting. Oh my God, I never had
right?
camel. Is
And
it good?
camel, it's great but camel is naturally saltish, so it's amazing.
Mm. Beautiful. How far is Saudi Arabia from Dubai? Because when I was in Dubai, I met a lot of people from Saudi Arabia.
It's not that far. In terms of journey, I'm not sure. I believe 30 to 45 minutes. I haven't
Oh,
traveled
not
from
bad.
Saudi to Dubai, never. I've traveled three countries. I've been to Qatar because when I used to travel from Pakistan to UK, I used
That's
to
like a stop it, like in the airport.
right,
There's a lot of
right.
connecting flights.
Correct. So I used to take Qatar Airways. So from Pakistan, Islamabad to Qatar, and then from there to London. Um, a lot of people travel from Dubai to London and vice versa. Like Dubai is their layover, and then take a connecting flight from there. Um, so I haven't traveled from these Middle Eastern countries to one another. So it's always outside the region. So I'm not really sure how far they are in between, but they're not that far. They're like really, closely placed.
Nice. I flew Emirates. Oh my God, that's my favorite airline of all time.
Emirates, great. Yeah, Emirates, great. Um, I've flown Qatar and Saudi Arabian Airlines, so I know that back in the days, Saudi Arabia was really good. Um, I haven't traveled in Saudi Arabia for a while, so my latest experience is Qatar, which is amazing.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for sharing it. I'm so hungry.
Me too.
And I wanted to also ask you maybe like how have things been there with COVID-19 and um,
COVID-19.
if there's anything that maybe you struggled with during this time that could help inspire the audience that you work through. I kind of have a feeling I already know your answer on this one. But go
So
ahead.
right, COVID-19. It's it's a natural disaster. Um, it's unfortunate, but I understand, and I've learned from news that it has impacted a lot of people negatively. A lot of people has lost their jobs and their livelihood. But from my perspective and what I take it, the lockdown and the 24 hours, oh my God, this is a lot of time that you can have just for your own self. So
Mm-hmm.
this has
I feel
been
like every
amazing.
entrepreneur is like, woohoo, we have more time.
I
Because
like
it's like you do a million things, but now, like, all right, you can't do all the things that you normally do.
that is great. This time is important for entrepreneurs, and they have made the most off it. But I think people who wanted to set up their online hustle or who wanted to venture into the online space, if they did not, they missed out on a time frame
Point in
where
history,
they
yeah.
could have, because a lot of times when we are working on a job, we have other social commitments. We have an excuse that we do not have time to follow
Mm-hmm.
our dreams,
Mm-hmm.
right? COVID-19 proved that all of that, if you cut out from the word, you would still survive. COVID-19 proved that you have to cut out from the word and take time for your own self. Now, it's up to you how you take that time for yourself. If you're going to learn and bring a better person now when, the lockdown is not there, or if you just going to waste that time. Now, for me, this has been an amazing time, not because, we've hit with COVID-19, but because the lockdown has given us this freedom and this time that I can use on a lot of amazing things for
Mm-hmm.
that I wanted to do for myself.
Beautiful.
That I wanted to, you know, uh, take care of a lot of things that were pending, and I keep on telling myself, like, I don't have time right now. Or and the other amazing thing is, a lot of things that I was doing, I'm still doing, and it helped me save travel time on it.
Beautiful.
So I'm not traveling now. I'm not doing anything else.
It's
So all the
huge.
time that I
But I miss
have
traveling.
is
I'm actually traveling next weekend.
I I
I'm
do
out of
miss
here.
traveling, and I do go out here and there to just recreate the energy or to freshen myself
Mm-hmm.
early in the morning. Like, because how I'm working is really early.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, So, um, really early, there's nobody out there. So you take that time for yourself, go out in the fresh air, um, you know, take that time out, sit somewhere, watch the sunset. Think about the steps that you can take to be where you want to be if you are not in the online world as of right now. If
Mm-hmm.
you're already here, you guys are already doing great. Just continue doing what you're doing. Make the most out of this time. I'm sure I'm doing that, and I'm thankful for uh, you know this opportunity that God has blessed us. Uh, it's unfortunate for the word and how it impacted a lot of us, but
Mm-hmm.
in the other side of the coin is people are taking this, seriously. And when we talk about mindset, this is one of the mindset strengths is you have to create opportunities out of every negative happening that is happening out there.
Focus on the
So,
solution. Yeah.
right. A lot of people have created their system on providing medical supplies to people. Do not overdo it, do not overcharge them, but still, it is a business. People are looking to have supplies. A lot of people do not want to go out. So, if you are delivering, you have that system, you can provide them a solution and can run your business.
big time. Yeah.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for sharing that. I appreciate you so much. And I just want to highlight a few of our audience. Gina, love you, girl. And I think she was
Hi,
regarding
Gina.
priceless to Tony and Dean's Build Your Brand Challenge. And I love how she tied in here. That's another priceless value, is that we get to connect with new people and like-minded
Amazing.
people. And that's
That is
been
amazing.
huge for me. I
True.
mean, it's
True.
been such a blessing in my life. Hey,
And
Ryan.
I cannot thank enough for the opportunity to be able to connect with you, which is another amazing thing that happened through Build Your Brand Challenge.
It's amazing. I'm grateful.
Right. Good morning,
Paz,
Brian.
good morning.
Good morning, Paz. Your session was amazing.
And Esther, go, go, go to success. Woohoo!
Woohoo! Yes.
Joe, what's up, Joe? Especially live right now. I love you, Jen. Love you more. And Sheila,
Joe, yeah.
dear soul, hello, Angel. How are you today? And Phil, hey, thank you so much for watching, guys. I just wanted to highlight you and send you some love.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for your time, for being here, supporting us. You guys are great.
And I wanted to add, we're going to post a few things in the caption. A is going to be the link to join the software Genius Messenger CRM. And then I also, I just want to ask, I want to share the video that you created when COVID happened, just your predictions of business and how to pivot. Maybe we could share that video here as well.
Right. That video was in Urdu, in another language.
Is there
I'm happy to.
subtitles?
I'm not sure, but let me
Oh.
go ahead and see if I can go ahead and
It's
have the subtitles.
okay if you can't, but I would love to share that.
Right. That's one thing that I did, was to predict that, if we're going to go in lockdown, uh, this is something that I was seeing at that time, that it might impact us financially, because if there is no economic activity taking place at that time, it was obvious this is going to happen. And I wanted to encourage people. So the videos that I posted at that time were in the Pakistani community, um, specifically, because a lot of people, they cannot speak English. So I just create videos in our native language and post it out there. It helps. Why it helps is because there are two things, and why I wanted to do this, and I wanted to highlight it here as well, which is important. Um, when you provide someone with a source of income and you help them fulfill their basic need, they would not go out and seek illegal sources. So for Pakistan, this is very important. With all the war on terror that we're fighting with, um, in collaboration with the U.S. In Pakistan itself, uh, this is very important to provide people with that opportunity, so that they do not venture into illegal means, and then provide uh, or be part of a cause which is going to be a disturbance for the other people living in the country, or for the other people in the world. So the cause is to
Beautiful.
make this world a better place for everyone.
Amazing. I'm going to share it regardless if you have subtitles or not. I do have some Pakistani
Sure,
friends.
sure,
And
not a
I
problem.
just wanted to say hello to Tamir. Love you, brother.
Hi, Tamir.
So is there anything else you want to share that's on your heart?
That was it. The only thing that I wanted to share is people who are just planning and not making the most of this. They need to make the most of this time. They have the time. They do not have any other um, time, you know, time. Um, what how we can say
Time is
this,
of the
like any
essence.
activity. Yeah, time is of essence, and they do not have any activity that is going to go ahead and take a lot of their time. So they need to go ahead and invest in their um, in their personal building. so that they can reach their goal. Follow your dreams. That is very important. And in order to follow your dreams, you need to invest in yourself. Learn, learn,
Mhm.
learn. Um,
Beautiful.
how I was able to reach here, as you highlighted before as well, and you allowed me to share. While I was studying, I was working full time as well. So throughout the journey, the struggles, they helped me be here where I am today. So mindset is important. Making the most out of your time is important. Taking action at the right time. Do not wait for the right time. That's never going to happen. I kept waiting to venture into this online world. I kept waiting to, you know, be more confident, be more successful, and be more known before I come out into the online video world. And I'm right there. My first
Woo!
live session
This
was
is your
with you.
second time live.
Right,
Woo!
right. This is my second time, and
You're a
thank
natural.
you, thank you for encouraging me and doing this for me and helping me do this for me as well. Like, if I kept waiting for myself, I believe the right time would never have, come. So this is actually helping
I
me
don't know. You're pretty
um,
stubborn
gain confidence.
and you're amazing. You're
Right,
so
right.
articulate, and
Being
your message
stubborn
and
is
your
the
product is
key,
beautiful. So,
for me.
mhm.
So
All
if I
right. Well,
say
I
what
just
my superpower is, that's being stubborn. Stubborn towards
woo!
your goal, your mission, your vision, and your cause. My cause is important. One last thing that I'm going to go ahead and share here, regarding my cause, um, if we have time.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
So um, regarding the software, as I shared with you, I am for profit. The organization that I have, it is for profit. But I wanted to, and I think this is something that I have here. I'm going to go ahead and give back to the community from the profit that we make. So how this is going to happen is the people who are going to go ahead and sign up, proceed, would go ahead to a cause that they believe is important to them, not to me, what is important to the audience who are signing up. And why I wanted to give them this opportunity is because they're helping me be in a position where I can go ahead and give back to the community. So we would go ahead and create a poll on either your group or on the website itself, where they can go ahead and vote what they think is important to them. It can be anything. They don't have to give a reason, just a cause that they think is important to them. And within a month or within down 3 months, we're going to let them know that this is the amount that we're going to go ahead and donate on the behalf of the community that we have online for Genius CRM Messenger. And we would reach out over to the community as well and let them know that this donation or this a token of appreciation is coming from a people who have helped us to be in a position to go ahead and thank them for their efforts. And we believe that they go ahead and be successful in what they're doing.
Beautiful. So sweet and so important. And that's, part of our fulfillment in life is to give and,
Right.
to incorporate that into the business. I think it's so important. So I thank you for having a beautiful heart, and I'm grateful.
I'm just being humble. There's nothing to thank here. I believe that we need to everything that we have is because of the community that we live in and the people that we have in this world. So
Mhm.
people around the world, their causes and that people have set up, and these causes are for a reason. So we need to go ahead and support them, and that is how we would be able to make this world a better place.
Absolutely.
Great.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. I don't know if you have to get to work or maybe take a nap because I know you didn't sleep that much. much.
It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. I didn't sleep much, but that is never a problem for me too, when it's regarding work. So,
Mhm.
it's okay. Thank you very much for inviting me over and giving me an opportunity to share the platform, and sparing your time. I understand your time is important. You're a busy person. So thank you very much for that. That means a lot to me. Uh, do use and provide me your feedback. I'll wait
Beautiful.
for that.
Definitely will. And thank you
Great.
everyone for watching, and we'll see you guys real soon. Love you all.
Thank you,
Ciao.
everyone. Everyone, be safe, be happy.
Stay creative.
Right. Goodbye.
Bye.